right now, I think. There we are.
Yeah, great.
No, Melanie DeMore.
Jenna
Um,
Mammina.
Here we are, believe it or not. Wow.
Hey,
Yeah.
here we are. Happy Christmas and all that, huh?
Happy Christmas. So you had crab.
I did. Haley and I, my buddy Haley, we went to our favorite place in Sausalito called Solitos, and you know, had us a nice crab, because you just get it, you get a little bib, and you get
Crab
garlic all over
claws or what?
they give you a whole, like they have a thing called crab, like crab for two or something. So you get like a lot, and you just literally, you slather yourself in garlic, and they give you a bib and lots of those, lots of those little hand wipey things, and you just go to town. Yeah.
And was it busy?
It was really busy, but I made a reservation. I always do, and they have it's running like clockwork, and it was lovely. It's not really cold here, so it was nice. Yeah.
What's it like to not really be cold there?
Well, well, it has been, for here, we have had cold days. Today was a little bit warmer, so we didn't have but I did a thing on the solstice that was outdoors up in the hills in Berkeley. It was cold. It was cold, but it was beautiful, but it was
It's that
cold.
kind of cold that you just can't get warm from.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the night before we had a rehearsal of this thing was with Rebels, and it was so cold. I thought this is ridiculous. I'm like, I am not having fun out here. This is not fun. And I was wrapped up, and I had everything, but my hands, I could not get my hands warm, you know.
And then you
So
just can't get warm. Do you have a bathtub at home?
I do.
Are you a
I
bath person?
Not particularly, but a hot shower, I'll just like, oh, yeah.
And so
Yeah.
what happens with the crab? Just crab, straight crab, straight.
Yeah, well, they bring it to you in a big thing, and they have these my favorite Brussels sprouts on the planet comes from this place. And I just get a big thing of Brussels sprouts, and Haley gets a salad that she loves, and then we just go into the crab. And we also every year we take an annual, I'll show you the annual Christmas picture, because Haley loves Christmas. She's like, if you go to Haley's house, it is like a whole group of elves just threw up in her house. I mean, it's just,
All the time?
oh,
All
well,
year
no,
long?
Christmas
Okay.
time. Oh
Okay.
my gosh. I mean, and the thing is that, there's some people that, you think, what can I possibly get them? When I go into a store and if I look at something Christmassy and I go, that is the tackiest, weird, I said, I probably should get two because Haley will love both of them. It's that kind of a thing. I mean, the sillier, the better.
Do you want to tell the people that are here, hello, you guys, Merry
Hi,
Christmas. Can you tell them who Haley is while we sit here and indulge?
Haley. Haley is one of my dearest and best friends, and she is also one of those folks who used to produce some of the best women's music concerts in the Bay Area. She also represented a lot of extraordinary artists, and I was very, very fortunate to be one of those people. She represented the great June Millington. She represented Mimi Fox, also the extraordinary poet Pat Parker. And for years, she had her own sound company here in the Bay Area. She also helped produce like Art and Soul, the big annual thing that would happen here. And she did that for about 15 years. So a heart of gold. I mean, if she'd give you literally a shirt or black off her back, even if it was the only shirt she had, she'd give it to you.
And she
Um,
lives north.
yeah, she lives in Santa Rosa now, and you
I need to
know,
hear when I'm there.
yeah, you absolutely do, because first of all, she loves you, and you guys have known each other for 1,000 years. You and Haley have known each other longer than I've known you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
30,
So
35, 6 years.
yeah, yeah. So it was really, was really wonderful. But she is a Christmas elf. She's also a great cook. Great cook. Her family, she's from the East Coast, Italian. Her family used to own she had uncles that were own their own restaurants, kind of thing. But she's a dear heart. So
And I got to see her
yes,
when
she did.
when you were the Grand Marshal
Hmm.
at San Francisco Gay Pride this year, June
Yeah.
26th, 2022.
And you know what was great is that I love
Lisa.
seeing it. You two had not seen each other in a long, 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 long years.
Yeah, yeah, there was that. Well, and I didn't even know she was there. And then all of a sudden I heard someone say Haley, and I went, Haley? Haley? Wait a second. And my brain went back to 1988 is when I met her.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so I mean, that was such a sweet day. And Lisa was there.
Lisa!
Lisa,
She's in San Francisco right now.
she is.
Mhm.
Why has she not called me? Oh, okay.
She's in the Embarcadero. If you look at her post tonight, she's literally in a a beautiful family member on a Katie's mom's place overlooking the bay, and it overlooks the Embarcadero
Oh my gosh.
and the bridge.
You cannot get any more San Francisco than that.
No,
You
no.
know,
She did a
I love it.
sunrise and a sunset, and
I know it's sometimes it's just a song, and it's ridiculous. But I loved seeing Lisa too. That made me so. Oh, I was going to show you the silly picture of Haley and I today.
here, let me make you. Oh, I like nice hat.
Well, I always buy something stupid for us to wear to take a picture in. Last year, I found these Santa masks, because you're still wearing masks. So it's a mask that had a beard and a Santa mustache on it. She loved it.
I would have worn that today, except I didn't go anywhere.
Yeah. I mean, so we have those. So I always try to get something, really ridiculous, and when you find something that covers everything that a person likes, I'm looking at this thing and I see this. Haley loves to wear hoodies, and she's one of my best friends. So she loves to wear hoodies. Her favorite color is orange. Her favorite cartoon is Scooby-Doo, and Scooby-Doo is who she loves. I'm just telling. And she loves Volkswagen vans. I find, wait, an orange hoodie with a Volkswagen van, with Scooby-Doo sticking his head out with a Christmas tree on the roof of the Volkswagen van.
See, now you're getting your standing ovation right there.
That is what a friend does.
That's Haley
And
Magic.
she could not believe all the boxes was ticked. I was like, I cannot believe I'm looking at this thing. Has everything she loves.
Where did you find this?
Oh, it's someplace online or something, I can't.
Do you shop? Do you go to, you're not a real, I mean, I know you do the suits. I know.
I don't play around, baby.
But do you actually go into stores?
It depends on what it is. It depends on what it is that I'm looking at for,
Where would you give me a couple places, example, like, do you like to shop in New York? Do you like to shop?
I do. I like to shop in New York, and I like to go into not your normal everyday kind of places. I like if I see like a place that makes that designs their own shirts or whatever it is, I like to go in there. When I'm on the road, it's always really cool to run into places. Where was I? Somewhere, I can't remember where it was, but
Grand Rapids.
Yes, it was. Thank you. It was Grand Rapids.
Grand Rapids has very cool stores.
Yes, and there was this Black-owned educational store there that the guy has done this whole cartoon thing and everything, and I was just like, I love this, and so I bought a little something from them. So I like to support that kind of stuff in small shops,
And your suits, they're usually tailored.
Oh,
like they're made for you.
Yes, those are all I have 4 suits that were made by St. Harridan. So I have that they fit to it fairly well, including my tuxedo, which I do love.
And do you pick out the fabric?
For the other one, for those suits, yes, see, the St. Harridan doesn't exist anymore, but yeah, I picked out the fabric for those. And I just got splurged and got a double-breasted brown
Oh,
suit. Oh yeah, I just got to take it to my tailor to hem the pants, because when you do that, they send you the pants unhemmed. Because
right.
you have to go, you got to have your shoes and everything. And so yeah, so a double-breasted
Brown.
full-on suit, baby, chocolate brown.
I just have to give you another standing ovation right
Thank
now.
you. Thank you very much.
And what shoe do you already have the shoe for the chocolate?
Baby, my shoe thing is on point. But now I have the coolest, and sometime I'll show you another thing, the coolest tuxedo shoes that there ever were. Ever.
Maybe
Oh,
you have to show them to us now.
I have to, where are they? I could, they're bad to the bone.
I have to see them.
Yeah, okay, I'll see if I can remember where they are. But my shoe thing, I don't play around.
Do you have a certain shoe store? Shoe
No.
shoe? Are you a boot
Um,
girl? You're kind of a boot. You do a
I
boot.
have boots, but I also, my dress shoes are again on point. And I very rarely, I like sales, so I like to find a sale, but
Oh, you're a
something has to
budget
really,
gal. Okay.
something has to really speak to me for me to go, because I
Do
don't
you,
want something that's just that's average, particularly,
do you do consignment? Are you a where do I go? Salvation Army.
I love thrift stores.
Okay.
And my necktie, boy, people are getting a lot of information,
I'm
but my
telling you.
necktie collection is necktie. I have to say, accessories are my particular kind of crack. Yeah, if they had a meeting for people who have too many neckties and accessories, I'd be the lead in that meeting.
Mhm. Thank you.
But since it's not crack, I think it's okay.
It's okay. It's
Yeah.
good. It's good.
Yeah.
How do you store your ties?
Well, they are stored on hangers generally by color. Another time, not today, but another
No, I'm
time.
saying, but over like all on one hang, like 10 on
Well,
one
when
hang.
you have about
I'm
250,
saying, so I said like 10. Do you have a closet, a tie closet?
not a tie closet, but I have a section of the closet that has many ties. And so I have that in that, and I have, drawers that have pocket squares in them, and tie clips and collar things and
Oh, you have the collar things, the stays?
well, collar stays, yes, are different. Collar
Oh no.
stays
Oh, wait a second. Let me put you on. We're just gonna put you on speaker right now and explain to what I'm seeing here.
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, see, these are magnetic studs that you can add just to give your whole look another little bit of a pop. What are you gonna do? I'm ridiculous. So
Do you and they don't fall off?
no, because they have there's a magnet.
Is the magnet on the the magnet's way on the inside?
There's the magnet there. See that?
Mhm.
There's the magnet. And then there's the thing on the outside. So there's the tie underneath. So this is underneath the tie, like that.
And
So what it does is it elevates the whole thing up.
totally elevates the whole
Yeah.
thing.
And then, you have to have, like with this today, I decided that I wanted to wear my chunky boots. I don't know how I can show
Ooh,
it.
chunky boot.
Chunky boots.
Dr. T.
I'll just show you.
We're talking with Melanie DeMore. It's Christmas evening. And what? Now, are those brown or black?
These are black, and
Okay.
I love them because it's a very unusual thing on this,
The
all
lace
of this.
going up.
All right. And that to me, I want something that is not,
All about it.
you
All
know,
about it.
and
I know.
you don't have to do that. when I was teaching at the East Bay School for Boys, 45 6th and 7th grade boys, let's just say 45 6th and 7th grade boys in the choir. Choir practice was always after PE.
Oof. Oof.
Yes, funky Broadway.
Oof.
Okay, funky Broadway with 6th and 7th grade boys,
Boy.
11 and 12-year-olds.
They didn't take showers after the
PE. No, this is the boys' school. It was a boys' school.
Ugh.
Oh my God. I was like, fellas, no. So this was at a boys' school. I started this thing that on Mondays, I said, all the faculty, we all should wear ties. And it was maybe,
we all have to take showers.
yeah. So just as an example. And so on Mondays, I made that tie day. So all the faculty wore neckties.
Mhm.
And so, and this is, in Oakland and Berkeley. So, neckties.
Eyes.
Yeah. And so I made sure that all the faculty did that. And then I'm putting my shoe back on. And then,
Did you put both of them on?
huh?
Did you put both of them on?
I put the other one, the one that I took off. back
Oh,
on.
you only took one off. Okay.
Yeah. So we're there, the boys, and I said, okay, all you guys need to learn how to tie neckties. So I had all my boys lined up in a big line like this. This headmaster bought a whole bunch of neckties. I taught all of those boys how to tie a necktie. So they're all standing in a big line like this. And I'm saying, okay, fellas, here we go. Right hand. And so we all did it. So they all learned how, and then we made a Mother's Day video for their moms. I taught them a Ghanaian song that says essentially, without women, nothing would exist. And I put a stick pounding thing to it. And the boys are there in their like regular school clothes and they straggly t-shirts and they shorts with neckties on in the video.
Hold on a second.
So fellas, you got to represent. Yeah. I hope everybody's doing good out there. I cannot see. Is anybody sending us little messages?
Okay.
Willie D, are you out there?
I have my father's tie right here.
Ah, it's a beautiful tie.
How do I tie it?
Well, let me see. This is kind of okay. Let's see. We'll do here.
Anybody else want to learn how to do a tie if you don't know how to do a tie?
You probably do know how to do it. Well, let me see. So, I had all of them lined up with me so that they could just, we could
Just
just
so
do it all.
happens I have this red tie,
You happen to have a red tie. So,
but I have a cowl.
and you have the long end with the fat part of the tie is going to be on the right side.
Got it.
The skinny part's going to be on the left side. Okay.
Mhm.
Skinny part's on the left side. And then you take the right side, you put it over top of that one.
The fat
then-
side?
Huh? So the fat side's on top,
Okay.
right?
Mhm.
Then just twirl it around like that. So
Wait,
you have the
wait,
flats
wait,
like
wait.
this.
I
So you have
passed
like,
it.
here's the fat side, and you're gonna take it, let's see, okay. Fat side, and you're gonna take it behind, take the fat side behind, like that, that's right. And then do it, go to the front, keep going to the front, around. Yes, that's right. And then come back, take this part, put it behind, up through here.
The little part or the big part?
The big part up through there. There you go. Big part up through there. Pull it out, there you go. And now you're gonna take it and then stick it right down in the front of that knot right there. Yep, right there. Put it on down.
Oh, I just untied it.
Oh, you did it the opposite way.
Okay, do it again. Okay. Fat side over. Nice side.
Fat side.
Fat says
So you have in your right hand, you take the fat side over
uh-huh.
and wind it around like
Wind
you're
it
twirling
around here.
again. Yep, do it so that you kind of like have a little and do it. Let me see. Yeah, that's good.
Went like
So-
this, and I went behind.
Yeah, you go behind and then you're going to, let me see, let me just do it really quick without thinking here. Oh yeah, so I'm actually going around skinny side, fat over, around in the back, and then one more time.
Again?
Yeah, one more time again.
Wait, so I put it over, then I come around,
You can do it again. Go up, come around again.
wind it around, wind it like that.
What? Yeah, wind it around, but make sure it's smooth on the top. You got a little bumpy thing here. Make sure. There you go. So you make sure it's straight all the way out there. Yeah. Great. And now once you do that, you're going to take, let's see. Right, and then you're gonna push this up, push the tie part up through the back there, like that.
Push this part.
The
There's
big fat part, the big fat one. Yeah, up through. Yes, go up through. Yeah.
up through where? Let's see.
Yeah, up through that little hole there. Okay, you got yourself a little all twisted up. Start again. Start again.
This is
All right.
hard.
It's not hard.
My father did this for 40 plus years.
Yeah.
Every
So I'm trying to do it so that you can, so we're like,
okay, right hand.
so this is your right hand going
Right
over.
Uh-huh.
Then you're gonna do it again.
Then I'm gonna wrap it around over
Okay.
again.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, okay. Then you're gonna take the fat end, push it up through this little loop right here. Yeah. Yes, right there. That's the one that's closest to your neck. No, there should be, yeah, right. Yeah, so yes, that little space, not there. The space you have.
The big space, the huge
Yeah,
space.
this space right next to your neck.
Okay, okay, okay.
There you go. Yeah. Pull that through, right? And then you're going to tuck it in to this little space.
The one where my thumb is.
Yes. Bring it out in front of the other thing. That's right.
This is bullshit, man.
No, it looks great. Once you learn how to do it,
I know. I always wanted to do it, but
it's not as hard as you think once you figure it out. I'll tell we can practice. Okay, go on, pull it down now. And now get it straightened out. There you go. That's basically how you do it. Now what you, yeah,
now,
that's
but now the long part's longer than
well,
the
that's just you need to practice. But see, basically see, and then what you want to do,
Why?
yeah, and then what you want to do is make sure, if you're really cool, you have a dimple. You see that little dimple? You see the little crease there? That's what you want to have, so that it looks like that. Now this is actually, that's a Windsor knot that I taught you. Yeah.
Hold on. But see, first of all, you guys, we didn't know this was going to happen tonight. But notice what I'm wearing. I had this on, and I have two of my father's ties, and this tie just happens to be hanging right there.
That's perfect, and it goes with what you're wearing and your earrings as well. Accessorizing is always the thing.
Oh, so then just keep it. Pat says just keep it tied for the next time.
Yeah, but see, now, you know, a lot of people do that, but what it does is it breaks down the material of your tie.
See, Pat?
So it breaks down the material of your tie. So you want to be able to, yeah, not bad. You know,
I used to wear a leather tie in like 82, 83. I was in Italy, and I bought those little thin leather ties.
Yeah,
and my dad used to tie it for me.
Like I said, I have many different kinds of ties. And so when you're wearing a tie, like if you're wearing a tie with a suit, you want to make sure that the tie is not wider than the actual lapels. Because if your tie, it just makes it look neater. So you don't want to wear a tie like this when your lapels are like that. because it
Say that
takes
again.
everything
Don't
out of
want to wear a
balance.
wide, you don't want to wear a wide tie.
When you have, depending upon what your lapels are on your jacket, because it takes away from the silhouette. So if I was going to wear this, I would want to make sure that the jacket that I was wearing, the lapels were very close. I'll show you.
Because I have a couple suits. I need a couple more suits. So what's going on, everybody? What love to
So you
talk.
see this lapel here is about the
Yes.
same width as the tie. So like if
Sure.
this is so it just looks different. It looks more balanced
Yeah, sure.
than if you don't.
I love that suit.
It's just a sport coat.
Uh-huh.
And you want to, of course, make sure with your coat that your shirt peaks just about a quarter of an inch below your thing. And if you're wearing a sport coat, never button the bottom button.
Never button the bottom button.
Bottom
Never button the bottom button.
Because it's
Please-
what it does is that
please
it yeah, just don't. And when you're wearing it, you button the middle button when you're standing, but unbutton it when you sit, because you know why? Because you pop the button if you don't. So a little sartorial Christmas advice. So when you're getting ready to go out for New Year's Eve, you want to look your best. So, and the secret to looking your best is wearing stuff that makes you feel like the most you. That's it.
It's true.
That's it.
How often do you wear a suit?
Well, I wear when I conduct, a lot of times I'll wear, but a lot of times I'll wear like a nice jacket with, some slacks or something. I don't wear a suit very often unless it's called for, but my tuxedo is like, oh, it's beautiful. It is beautiful. And I've only gotten to wear it twice. Once to my brother's wedding and once on the 45th anniversary cruise of Olivia Records.
Nice.
Yes. And it was
That
fun.
was
My date for the evening was Karen Williams,
Oh
comedian.
God.
Yeah. It was so much fun. Yeah.
I met her my first time at Michigan in 1989 or 90, I think.
Mhm. Yeah.
Funny lady. Funny
Really,
woman.
I sang at her and Marcy's wedding.
Oh,
Just
the wedding, right?
yeah.
Recently.
Yeah. Recently, yeah. No, in the last when was that? I'm gonna say like March or something, maybe somewhere in there.
I
Yeah,
remember talking. You did a couple of fun weddings this year.
I did. I really, and I did a dear friend of mine. I don't know if you ever heard of the voice teacher Charles Williams. This man, one of the best vocal coaches on the planet, and he was one of the
I never did study with him, but I
oh, I loved him. And he died suddenly a couple of weeks ago. But he was a vocal coach for Bernice Johnson Regan, for Ezai Barnwell. He was one of the first Black men to sing at the Met. The man was just, and he passed away suddenly. He was supposed to have a concert with his daughter last Saturday, and he died in his sleep. Where? At the Kennedy Center or something like that. Yeah, he lived just right outside of DC, and he was just one of the most extraordinary people. And I'm so blessed and glad that we got to be friends. I mean, it's just, when we met, people thought we'd known each other for 50 years, it was just like, baby, where you been? It was just that immediate connection. And you understand, I have known you forever. And that's how we were with each other. So I'm just so grateful to have met him and for us to be able to have that kind of connection. Sweet man. Sweet man. Could sing. And And his heart was as large as his voice. It was really sweet to know him. And I'm really glad that we were on the planet at the same time. So here's to you, Charlie. Yeah. We have a lot of people to think of, don't we? Because
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. Yep.
You look nice in a tie, Jenna. You should do it more often. Yeah.
I'm going to. I have to practice. We'll have to have another tie tutorial.
We'll have another tie tutorial. And when you get really good, then maybe we have to talk about bow ties, because that's another thing.
Well, I'm friends with Narcy David.
Mm-hmm.
He's a chef. He's one of the original celebrity chefs, and he's from Oakland, Berkeley.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And, he has his own tie. He's a bow tie guy.
Yeah.
He designs bow ties, and
I
I
love
own bow ties.
Excellent.
And I used to work at Max's Opera Cafe.
Oh, yeah, I remember Max's, yeah.
As a singing server, and had to wear bow ties.
I have a friend of mine who's a wood artist, and she made me a prototype of a wooden tie that is bow tie that is so cool. It's really cool. I forget that I have it, and I was the keynote speaker for the Black student graduates at Mills a few years back, and so I hit it with the tie and the African thing with the Mills. But I was glad to be able to I talked to all the Black graduates. I was their person.
I used to do a Take Back the Night
event. Yeah.
Many years. I was part.
Well, they used to have the I don't know if you remember this, but they would do a fundraiser for the women's wheelchair basketball team, and all the women musicians would play them, and they would just beat the crap out of us in the church. We'd be falling and everything, but we'd make a lot of money for them. And I can't remember what the name of them was, but we used to do it at Mills. That's where we had the game.
Mills College is a college in Oakland, California that recently they didn't close.
Yeah, but it's no longer an all women's college.
But it's not a women's college anymore. Mm-hmm. It's a really
some of the most extraordinary people came out of there. Pauline Oliveras, the extraordinary avant-garde.
Sybil Savage.
That's Sybil Savage came out of there. Who's the extraordinary
my friend Pippa
salsa pianist. Rebecca Moleon is out of there as well.
I sang at her master's thesis.
Yeah.
She invited a bunch of us to go sing at her thesis. Yeah,
she's badass. I'm telling you that when she literally wrote the book on salsa piano. She literally wrote it's true. She did write the book. But yes, I did a lot of things there at Mills. Saw a lot of. I remember doing a thing for the brother that was governor, for a really cool guy. That was not governor, mayor of Oakland. I can't remember his name.
Thank you, Brent. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Brent.
Yeah. Yeah, so we should do a little bit of an end of the year drive before the year turns over. Throw a little money. How about a little money to 11/11 with them?
How to keep these lights going. These lights keep going in and out, in and out.
In and out, and thank goodness it's Christmas time so she can use the twinkle lights from the tree.
The sound. I put candles up tonight.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, candle right in front of my dad. And that photo of my dad is in Oakland.
Yeah.
At Jack London Square.
Jack London Square, that's one of my favorite spots. Yeah, it's nice to I was just thinking about a lot of people today. But I love that picture of your dad. I love that picture of you and your dad that you posted.
Look at my tie.
Yeah, it's very nice. That's what your dad. Yeah. Yeah, that's a great picture. And your bro. Yeah.
There they are.
There they are.
Always
Yeah,
here. Always.
yeah, yeah, it ain't easy being greasy, baby. I mean, and these are tender times too, and especially for so many reasons. But I woke up this morning feeling pretty pretty grateful.
We're here.
We're absolutely here. And we're warm. We have everything that we need. We have people who love us and care about us. And we have, whether we want it or not, we have songs and music running through our head and in our veins all the time.
All the time.
Mhm. And so I always think about those things that I call the tiny graces, of which there are numerous of them all the time. And we just don't stop to realize that they're there. And being part of the 1111 family is like that. One of the graces in the day, twice, 14 times a week, 11:11 in the morning, 11:11 in the night. Couple of tiny graces, 14 times a week. You need a little injection of something sweet, come on in here. And it's the kind of sweet that won't make your teeth fall out. It's not empty calories.
Empty calories.
It's not empty calories. Good for your heart. And Lord knows, folks, we need that. And all y'all out there, Julie and Willie D, we all know. We all know. And besides, where can you find places where you have people and beings like Cashew
Cashew.
and Lillian Pearl?
You should see Lillian Pearl today.
Oh, did she show out? Did she show
Lillian
out?
Pearl is wearing her Robert Redford sweater of the Way We Were
Wow.
era. It's
Mhm.
tan. It's cable.
Wow. Wow.
She's in Forest Knolls. She's in Marin.
Well, and when you're in Marin, you better have yourself together. You got to represent. So you better be wearing your Robert Redford.
Andy and Shauna.
Ah,
And their
nice.
children.
Mm-hmm.
And she slept with their son Nadav last night, and I have
Mm-hmm.
photos of that. I'm not sure who she's sleeping with tonight.
Well,
Yeah.
she has her choice.
And she's with Max, who's a French bulldog, and Emma. Emma,
Mhm.
who's their Katrina survivor.
Wow.
She was going to be with some friends in Petaluma, and they have COVID, and they just didn't feel. Oh, Melanie or Patty offered. Grace really wants me to. Did you see what Patty offered to Melanie? Melanie or Patty has offered you some of those tie things, tie clips, whatever they're called.
Oh, I love those.
Tie things. Yeah,
I love those.
there you go.
More accessories. A person cannot have too many accessories.
Thank you. Thank you.
I mean, it's those things that just add the last touch.
So we're about the same size,
I don't know. I'm probably a little bit bigger than you.
but your shirts,
Uh-huh.
aren't they sometimes a little long?
Yeah, so that's why now, if you you can now get shirts if you go that they're what are they
Like the
called?
untuck it.
Yeah, untucked means that the tail is not as long.
So you do the untuck shirts.
So you do the untucked shirts, and if you go in and if you want to get, a lot of times like with jackets, if you want to get a jacket or like a men's cut thing, you need to get a short.
Yeah.
Because you'll see like a 42 regular, get a 42 short. Also, people out there, when you're going to get those things, make sure you have a double vent in the back. Especially because a double vent is in the back where the flap is. You don't want to have a single one, but you have a double vent, then it goes very nicely over your hind parts. You see, all these things, don't be doing that other stuff. You want it to lay good. So you have that double vent in the back. I'm available for, I started a thing called let's see, what did I decide to call it?
Thank you.
Dapper University, Dapper U.
Ooh.
Dapper U. And And it started on the Olivia cruise because, I was like killing it. And some of the
Killing it.
partners of the musicians were like, can you talk to
Mhm.
my girl here? Because, and I say, leave it to me. And so some people I have actually gone with them and say, okay, this is what you like to wear. But first of all, you're not 20. So let's find something that works, that still does that, but we're going to bump up your thing, And so, yes, Dapper University, Dapper U.
So I do that with people,
Mm-hmm.
but I haven't done it with a suit.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 suits,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
but I need a third suit.
Mm-hmm. So we should do a thing sometime with that, and we'll bring the suits on and we'll talk about that, about how it is that you, when you go to find something. But the main thing is you can find something you really like, but take it, get it tailored.
I'm a big advocate when it comes to tailoring. We need to open. I had a clothing line with Outback. I had a clothing line.
Oh, I love Outback, and yeah, I just lost a really dear person at Outback.
Leslie, one of my
Yeah.
best friends.
Oh, was that? So that was that, Leslie,
Yeah,
at Outback?
yeah, she's one of my best friends.
Oh, right. Yeah, I remember. I didn't realize it was the same person because I just read about her passing. And I remember going into and seeing that flashy smile and cool, just clean, total wonderful energy.
My Friday girl.
Yeah.
We hung out on Fridays. She saw you perform with me at Michael's
Michael's.
at the Pelt Porch Productions.
Oh, yeah.
She was there.
Oh, I love that.
She died peacefully in her sleep last week.
And that's,
4 days. 3 or 4
yeah,
days.
yeah.
Still can't even really.
It's hard to wrap your mind around that. It really, really is.
So I think we need to go shopping
Yeah.
when I'm there, and that I will be there the end of January till February 9th.
And I was just, because I remember you mentioning that, but let me look at because I'm going to be on the road. Let me just look at my calendar right now.
No.
And so we'll see what's happening. So you're going to be there. So you're going to be here when, Ben?
Well, I fly in January 11th.
Okay.
And then I will be heading up north on the 12th.
Okay.
And back down around the 25th. And then in town, I'm singing at Julie Shear's Memorial on the 5th. And then I'll be around, I think, until the 9th. And then I'll be up and down after that.
Okay, so I don't know. So
You're gone, girl.
yeah, I'm gone. I'm in Seattle the 13th to the 15th, and then I'm singing at a festival in St. Augustine, Florida from the 26th to the 31st. And then on the 31st, I go to North Carolina, and I don't get back until the 6th of February.
7, 8, 9.
7, 8, 9, that's good, because then I leave again on the 10th. So maybe we can see each other. We can do some time in between there, which would be good, because then I'm pretty much gone after that. So
We'll do it, and we'll do a show from the spa house, from the house that you first came to.
yeah, that was so, because with the first in-person one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm glad that we got to do this.
I am too. And
Do you want a little Christmas song
I
quickly?
do. Yes, I do. We all do. We want a song.
I will do a little medley, quick medley.
Okay, we'll do this real quick. Ladies and gentlemen. Melanie DeMore.
Oh, hi everybody. Happy Christmas to you. I'll wait for the music. There we go.
And the applause.
There we go. Such a disciplined audience. They stop when you're talking to. I saw three ships come sailing in on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. I saw three ships come sailing in on Christmas Day in the morning. Sweet little Jesus boy, they laid you down in the manger. Sweet little holy child, they didn't know who you were. I saw three ships come sailing in on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. I saw three ships come sailing in on Christmas Day in the morning. Well, go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. I saw three ships come sailing on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. I saw three ships come sailing in on Christmas Day in the morning. Oh, silent night, holy bring a torch to Ned Isabella, bring a torch, come quickly and run. Oh, the holly and the ivy, when they are first full grown, all the trees that are in the wood, the holly bears a crown.
The holly and
Yes. Go ahead. The holly bears the crown, joy to the world. I saw on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day, I saw three ships come sailing on Christmas Day in the morning. There you go. Happy Christmas, everybody.
Happy Christmas. The very first song, I don't know what this sound is.
That is.
Do
I
you
know.
hear it?
I do. Let's see, is it me? I don't think it's coming from me. I don't think so.
Oh, it
Oh.
just went away.
Yeah.
So we
The
got
very first song.
other than singing with my family at church for Christmas, my friend Judy Luther, who died 3 weeks ago, who is the biggest Christmas person in the world that I knew.
Yeah.
She and I sang, "Bring a torch, Jeanette Isabella, bring a torch and quickly run." And we ran it through the high school auditorium. That was our first gig together.
Oh, I love that.
We were
I
in
love that.
first grade.
Oh, see?
That was beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's 12:01.
I'm glad that we were able to spend this time together, my friend. Yeah.
beyond great.
sporting our neckties and looking really good. It's nice that's your pop's tie. That's nice.
I mean, I put this on 4 hours ago, but I just grabbed this tie just now.
Perfect. Yeah, it's a perfect thing.
Yeah, I miss him a lot.
Yeah. I was thinking about, I miss my mom and my daddy. I miss my daddy too. Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Now I get to go downstairs and hug mine.
Yeah, you sure do. God, that's a blessing right there.
So
Just,
blessed.
just
That's-
squeeze the stuffing out of Mama Grace with the beautiful face.
She's a good hugger. Thanks, Melanie. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too, Jenna. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Love hard.
Real hard.